Hey friends, I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers who is Becca the Gastric Chef, and she had done a video of what she eats in a day. And so I thought that maybe I could do the same kind of video for you. So I'm going to start you off early in the morning. I like to have my coffee, and I just take plain black coffee and I mix in it. This is a THM product that there's a recipe for it in the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook, and also a couple of different versions in the Trim Healthy table. Anyway, this is a trimmy mix. I put 2 teaspoons of this powder with 2 teaspoons of MCT oil, and it gives me a really good thermogenic boost. It boosts my thermogenic temperature and gives me some good protein to start my day. So I have that, and all that mix is equal amounts of protein powder, collagen, and a product called sunflower lecithin. The lecithin is a different measurement, but again, that's in the books. And then you just shake it up and add this to your coffee. It makes a really creamy coffee. It's so yummy. I take Citrical slow release calcium. This is 1,200 milligrams. And what I do is I take my vitamins a half an hour after my my meal when I start drinking again. So I'll take like one vitamin, wait 5, 10, 15 minutes or whenever I think about it again. Then I'll take another one. But anyway, I take one of these in the morning and one at dinner. I also take Super B Complex. I just buy mine at Walmart. My doctor has me on these every other day, just because that's what is working best for me to keep my vitamins in good condition. I take this. This is from a company called ProCare Health. This is one a day multivitamin. I'll show you the size of it. And I think I pay around $37 maybe with shipping for 90 tablets. This is the size. It's not that big. It's not difficult to swallow. It is a complete bariatric vitamin. I've had excellent blood work all along taking this, and my doctor was really happy. And this also have 45 milligrams of iron in it. And I also, before I even make my coffee, I just put a sublingual B12 under my tongue. And that keeps me in pretty good shape. So I take my vitamins throughout the day. I just keep them here on my table in just a little. I've got a couple left still. That's for later today. I keep them just in this thing so the cat doesn't knock them off. So for breakfast, I usually make a Trim Healthy Mama shake. If I don't have a shake, if I wake up really hungry, some days you just wake up feeling hungry and you want more, I will have a couple of fried eggs or an egg with a couple of pieces of bacon or ham or something. But 2 eggs is the max. I just end up not even eating the whole thing. So anyway, I have my vitamins and coffee, my shake, or some eggs for breakfast. Sometimes I might even have oatmeal if I'm having an e-meal for the day. In my freezer, y'all, I keep, these are Trim Healthy Mama brownies made with some zucchini to keep them nice and moist. Always in my freezer. If I'm in menopause, but y'all, I still jones for chocolate. So anyway, that is always there. This is not my favorite thing in the world, but it's allowed. And when I really want some chocolate, especially if I don't have my Trim Healthy Mama in the freezer, or I want something that has more, it just feels more like chocolate. This. It is bitter. Oh, it's not creamy. It doesn't melt in your mouth. You really have to chew this. But it really does the trick. And the macros are not great, but it's not bad, and it's allowed on the program. And it also is allowed on keto or any of that. So it is a rich, dark chocolate. It has 18 grams of fat. It has 15 grams of carbohydrates with 6 fibers. So it's 11 carbs. and 5 grams of protein, and that's half of this. That I don't even eat all that. I eat 2 squares, so you're getting about that much. But that's a really good alternative. I like the Oikos. This was recommended by my doctor, and it is allowed on Trim Healthy Mama. I get vanilla. This is chocolate, coffee flavored, or the orange cream or peach. Those are the only ones I personally love. But like today, I had a shake. I had a frappa, fat stripping frappa, which is, I use kefir. They recommend almond milk, but I told you I love my kefir, so I use kefir, unflavored protein powder, some sweetener, a little bit of glucose, which is also xanthan gum for thickening, and that makes it really creamy and thick and rich. And then I put in, because I was in the mood for some peanut butter, I put in 2 tablespoons of the pressed peanut powder. I guess some people use PB2 or PB Fit. So anyway, another that I love is my Greek non-fat yogurt. I keep this in the fridge all the time. Not only is it great for, throwing some freeze-dried fruit. You don't want fruit leather or anything like that, because that's very sugary. But if you get a freeze-dried fruit, I get mine from Dollar Tree. You can throw that in here and have a nice e-snack. Or I'll use this, like today, I made the chili pie, the award-winning chili pie the other night, and I'll use this in place of sour cream. So it's healthier, it's lower in fat, and it tastes great. I also keep the 24, I looked at something that said 24, I'm sorry. The 1/3 less cream cheese in my fridge at all times, which is another really good thickener. It adds creaminess, cheesy flavor to a lot of different things. For lunch, I love roll-ups. I get some lean meat from, I just actually buy the packages, and you shouldn't eat a lot of packaged meat, but I like the turkey and the cooked ham from Walmart. So what I like to do is put 1 or 2 slices of that into Boston lettuce, or butter lettuce they call it. I've just recently started using that, and I really love those leaves. They really hold up well. They roll well. They hold. I'll put in a couple of slices of tomato, 1 or 2 slices of meat, maybe a small amount of cheese, just, a sprinkle. And sometimes I don't like mayonnaise, but I'll put like a little bit of salad dressing. So I might just put just a drop of that. I'll put a couple of slices of cucumber, maybe some mushrooms if I have them, and just roll that up, and they're really, really good. So that is usually my lunch unless I have some leftovers. For dinner last night, I got a air fryer. And so I made just some, I got a package that had wings, thighs, and drumsticks. And I just air fried those with a little bit of the Himalayan pink salt. I keep this on the table. I love my pink salt. And it's really good if you make skinny chocolate or something like that. It just helps bring out more of the sweetness. So anyway, I just put a little bit of Himalayan salt and a little bit of garlic and just air fried them. They were delicious, and I made them with some green beans. I just put some green beans on the stove. And so if I guess thinking about an entire day's worth of food, I have my coffee every day, 1 to 1.5 cups. I take my vitamins daily. I have at least 1 snack a day. I try to have my snack between lunch and dinner, because that's a long stretch. We usually eat dinner anywhere between 5 and 7. That's just the way our life is. And so recently I've been having peanuts as a snack, and it's tearing my stomach up. My gut is just revolting. So I've got to stop that. But, you know, I thought, okay, I've got my Oikos, I've got some brownies in the freezer, some fruit. So, you know what, this afternoon, if I need to have a snack after lunch, that's what I'll do. Um, it's simple. I mean, I'm eating about 3/4, sometimes maybe a cup of food. It depends on how dense my protein is. On Trim Healthy Mama, you want to find where's your protein, where's your carbs, how many carbs, like are you having an energy meal or a satisfying meal? And so once you decide that, you would decide, okay, am I having a higher carb with like my Joseph's Lavish bread, or some other higher carby things like fruit, or trying to think what else you would like, quinoa, brown rice, that type of thing. If you're looking for a fattier meal, then you're going to say, okay, I would have like a higher fat, maybe burger, rather than a super lean turkey burger or bison burger. Maybe I would have a higher fat burger, wrapped in butter lettuce with some tomatoes, maybe have a side salad with it, and some green fries or some cabbage or something like that. My favorite meal, I call it unstuffed cabbage. I'll take ground turkey. I'll fry that up with some garlic, some salt and pepper, drain it. Then in the same pan, I throw in about a half a head of really finely chopped cabbage. Let that simmer down. When it starts to kind of wilt a little bit, I'll throw some water in, because then you'll have browned edges and it'll have like a nice nutty flavor. Throw some water in, or if I've used a really lean turkey, I like to use some beef broth or chicken broth. So I'll throw in broth, a little bit more garlic, salt and pepper, some paprika. I happen to like it with some tomatoes or tomato sauce in it. My husband's not a big fan of that. He likes his with soup. So what I'll do is add a can of diced tomatoes, let it simmer down a little bit after the water has cooked out. Let that simmer down with the meat in it already. And then I'll pull out my meat with the cabbage and the sauce. And then I'll just throw in some tomato soup for him, because that gives a little bit of sweeter and thickening that he likes. And then for the kids, you know, I'll throw theirs over macaroni. So, you know, we're all actually eating the same meal, just slightly different. I'll pull mine out first. I don't do anything crazy. I make a base meal of whatever, you know, like if I'm making my unstuffed cabbage, or like the chili pie. I gave the kids some Doritos with theirs, and they ate it up and loved it, and did not know there was okra in it. Yay, Mom. So, you know, eating is really simple. Bariatric eating is just, you have to think a little bit more. I highly, highly recommend using your Bariatric Pal app. I still log everything that I put in my mouth every day. Every bite, I create recipes every day with things that I eat. I put in every food, the water that I drink, and I use it hopefully the way it's meant to be used. I put my measurements in every month, my weight every week, and I'm really trying to stick with it. Let me see, last week I lost a pound. So I'm still losing at 15 months out. So I am 156 pounds down since my highest weight of 325 in December of 16. So if you have any questions, as always, just post them and I will get back to you as soon as possible. You can find me on Facebook or Pinterest or Instagram at Dawn Mills Dorsey. All right, thanks for watching. Love you guys. I hope that I answered some of your food questions. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.